Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the EGFC Power Series. We're gonna have another quarterfinals coming after that banger of a match between Georgetown and DePaul University, and it's gonna be Wichita State University versus Quinnipiac University. So we should have a good one here. We're gonna be starting it out on Split. Very different. That was banned out in the last time around, so different map pool we're gonna be seeing today in this match, I guess. As we Split is very different to what we saw from I guess the Breeze in the last one, especially the Ascent.
Oh yeah. So Wichita State, the Shockers, they have gone completely undefeated. In every sense of the word. They were actually the team that beat DePaul, who just made it through to the semifinals match. Meanwhile, Bobcat, they have been in a very interesting spot from Quinnipiac University. They have won every game that they have won due to a forfeit. Beyond that, they have lost every game that they have actually played. So, certainly two very different scenarios and environments that these teams have been placed in. But they're matching up in the quarterfinals. They're here. They're ready to play. And like you said, they're heading to Split, which we haven't seen so far during these quarterfinals. And I can understand why. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Split. I know a lot of other teams aren't necessarily a fan of Split. Oh, look at that. There's two Wichita States now. No, never mind. Okay. But
Yeah,
Split, the way that you approach a map like Split is going to be a lot different. It's going to be a little it's going to be a little farther from a map like Breeze and a little closer to a map like Haven, where it's not really any semblance of spacing. The only kind of space you can really take is through mid, which is where you'll start a lot of approaches, but not where they'll end a lot of the time.
yeah, and I guess something to kind of put into perspective, like what we're trying to talk about with Quinnipiac is, let's like run down the group, right? Group starts Florida State University 13-2 Siena, right? A bunch of forfeits going back and forth. Florida State 13-3 Quinnipiac, right? And then Siena 13-10 Quinnipiac. And then from there, actually what ends up happening is a lot of Florida State, who looked like the number one in that group, just forfeits. So it starts forfeiting. Something happens. Obviously, stuff happens in life and everything like that. Um, and so Santa College beats Quinnipiac once again, and then forfeits happen, and Quinnipiac makes it in. So it definitely feels like the Shockers were the team that dominated their group, whereas Quinnipiac has kind of found themselves in this quarterfinals in a lot of ways. And so I'm kind of interested to see what ends up going down here. We're going to be seeing the Omen come out, so we have some Ascend fans, it would seem. Interesting because Ascend plays Omen in a very particular way that if you don't match it, the Omen is just not a useful pick. It's like how they're using it is like Bone Cold is like the one-way master on Omen. He has like 20 different one-way lineups on Omen on Split, which is just odd for anyone. So that's gonna be interesting to see what how everything else seems pretty normal. The KJ is a little interesting, but
Choose
I don't
your
know. It's
agent.
kind of like
Yeah,
it's chamber right now is kind of the thing.
yeah, I agree. I don't think KJ is the way to go on Split, but hey, I don't think Omen's the way to go just about anywhere. So who am I to talk at this point? Both of these teams, they have their ways. Wichita has won every game they've played, and Quinnipiac is sort of snaked into this competition. So I'm interested to see how they'll end up doing against the top dogs. One of the favorites of the series, to be sure. But it all comes down to how the teams interact with each other. I actually love this comp from Wichita State. All like a lot of fun agents that you can pull off a lot of crazy shenanigans with. The Rays, the Sage, the Sky. It's all just a bunch of in-your-face comp before they kind of engage a lot of the fight. And it'll definitely be fun to watch them as they start out on attack.
And typically it's kind of been like the KJ's fallen off because of Chamber being placed in that position, but prior to Chamber, a lot of things were played, and that Sentinel role that just kind of faded out. So basically Cypher and Killjoy being the two of them. And right now it's going to be a defensive setup that is pretty ironclad. You're going to have your KJ kind of holding down A. It's very hard to take this extremely quickly on the pistol. You have to deal with multiple nano swarms. You have to deal with the turret. Alarm bot covers that if they look A or look heaven, and they're gonna have a double mid here, trying to catch the aggression. But actually, Jimmy Thiessen trying to shut it down right there, or just does shut it down as what? Yes, just lets them kind of pass.
Yeah, they're kind of just ushered in a little bit, and
Nightmare's over.
I mean, that defense on B was cut short pretty quickly. The high ground was just too much to really bear, and the 2v4, they were surrounded on
Spike
just about
planted.
every front. Now Cryptic next up.
Player standing.
The unbridled confidence from so much of Wichita State is not many of the shots from Bobcat land all that much. Wichita State grabs a flawless round 1.
There it is, flawless round 1 to start it out. And already, a Pizzasaurus, which is a fantastic name, is going to have that Guardian in their hands. So, interesting to go for the Guardian on an anti-eco. I guess they want to kind of scale that into the bonus round, where it's more effective against the rifles. But, nope, going to be Spectre instead. Pizzasaurus does decide to refund that and go for the Spectre, realizing that they're only going to have pistols. Guardian is not as effective. Trying to match that fire rate when you could just instead just dump 20 bullets into them in half a second is a little bit more favorable.
Sherman's on the judge.
Trying to take out the...
Jumps in with a blast pack, but going for the turret down to 18 health. Oh, Wichita State is weak and hard right now. But they're still going to make it work. 2 kills onto site A as the spike will once again go down for free. There's just 3 members left, all approaching very slowly, but they will come in unison. Optimal Karma over on screens. Probably going to be that first line of defense for the retake. Gorgo is up at heaven at the moment, and Karma's been found out here through the nebula. They know where one member is, and they know where Sniper
Last player standing.
do they on Gorgo? 2 might be all they get as Invasive does find Jeem, who will rotate up to heaven. Running out of time for this spike. I mean, it is that second round of any sort of hack. You try and find as much as you can, and Quinnipiac did find 2, but WSU will nab the second round and try and find their momentum into the bonus.
I'm just watching Truman just go blast pack up and then just start shooting a turret at like 2 billion miles away with a judge and then be like, oh, I have to swap to my pistol. A bit unfortunate there, but that's kind of like that setup, right? That's what that turret is there for, kind of to cover that. So
to cover a blast pack judge angle, yeah.
Yes, that's what it does. That's what it does. That's what it does. It does do that. Okay, is that not one of its values? That is one of its values.
It did the thing.
It did the thing. It did the thing. That's exactly what they did. They scouted. They knew exactly what was gonna happen. Okay, but in all reality, it's gonna be a fast hit into garage right now. Bird goes through, doesn't find the stun. I believe it is destroyed. And they're just going to break on through. Truman with that ghost is going to find 1. But Gorgo's trying to shut this one down. But the Spectre is a little bit too much as T-Sen is still at full HP. Has already found 2. And is going to heal them up for more. Vandal now in the hands of a Pizzasaurus. And it has turned sour for Quinnipiac.
Wichita could not care less about the fact that this is a bonus or that the Trailblazer found out where all 5 of them were. And like, they just didn't stop for anything. They have no respect right now, and it's deserved. I mean, they are the top fraggers, potentially out of this entire squad of teams, out of all 16 of them, and probably out of all 8 that are still in the tournament. Quinnipiac is still finding some picks, though. Now 2v2, but I don't think there's going to be enough time for them to defuse the spike, so they will just lurk and wait for the retreats. So that's going to be a bonus round going the way of WSU. On its hair right now.
Decent. Interesting.
No point in saving. They're going to get the rifles.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, they're going to be getting these rifles online. And it's looking very rough for Quinnipiac. Like I said earlier, they are going to not have a lot of money right now, and it's going to continue. These site execs are fast and furious from Wichita, and they're swapping them up. They're kind of changing up how they're doing things, or not changing up. Because one thing that you can do, if something happens, if you have a good exec, right, and then you swap it up the next round, you just go back to the old exec, and then you do the same exec again, because I think you might swap it up. And it's just a little bit of mind games coming out here, and Wichita is just going to send it.
No, there's always some psychological warfare that goes into a game like this, and on the save round, WSU doesn't really need to mess with your head a lot, but hey, it's a good bonus as long as you win the round. WSU, they're looking to win this round. Of course, Topsia has found 2.
Last player standing.
Vandal, but finally gets silenced because of it. Cryptic, the only remaining member, now coming around the link end. Looks like once again, Wichita State will win the round, but with a couple bodies thrown down. So, QU, they're definitely making an impact, but doesn't seem like it's ever impactful enough. It does have that Phantom, though, and 61 health to their name. Trying to cut down 2 more members as the spike still ticks away, but this rotation is very quick, and the retreat is going to come soon. Cryptic understands. Not enough time to defuse yet again. Round 4 will be going the way of WSU.
Round 4 going on the board, and we'll see how long this win streak can continue. So far, it seems that WSU has everything they need in order to really take these rounds very convincingly. Economy is still strong, despite losing a lot of members. They're gonna have a lot of money on Jeem, who can start getting buys in if they need to next round. Kaba and Jeem are gonna be kind of their banks if they survive. So that's gonna kind of be interesting. They are on the 2 agents that are probably gonna live the longest as well. That's actually a very defensive comp in its majority. That a lot of agents that aren't really going to be that effective in terms of taking space. But I mean, they're making it work on attack so far. So when they hit that defense, which is also heavily split, like split is heavily defensive favor, right? Oh, but Popsia starting to try and change the wins right now.
Yeah, you know, you got one. You got your man's in there.
Caught mine.
Gorgo, nice
Spike
defense.
down,
Vandal.
B.
You have your full buy up. QU looking to seal the deal on their first round, but Gorgo will finally go down, and since they were the only ones on point B, this side is open for business. Truman clashing with Karma as well, and just like that, 3v3, WSU has evened things out. Truman has a showstopper online that they could use at any point in time. Spike is now ticking down yet again. Kaba, who we haven't seen too much of this round, can finally throw up a barrier as this round actually is contested for once. But how contested will it be, and for how long will that contesting last? Sniper still stuck behind this link. They have to get through a barrier here. Cryptic will go down from tower. Popsia, though, still alive with the op up there. Now down to 22 health. 2v2. Spike still going, though, and Deason will finish off the kill on Popsia. Sniper has finally found their way through the link door. They can find a shot, but not for long as Kaba can rotate back around the barrier, get the final kill. Wichita, they continue their streak, now 5-0, and Kaba just avoids the detonation of the spike.
And we're kind of seeing what made Wichita State so effective in their group. Obviously, #1 uncontested. And they're kind of showing it here. Truman doesn't have money, but like I said, Kaba and Jeem both have it in spades, so should just be a quick buy up there for Truman, and they are back in the game. But yeah, Wichita State right now is just so fast on their execs and just have the outright mechanical ability to win a lot of these duels, especially Truman right there. A little bit of a self-flash, which is not what you wanted to see, but hey, it is what it is, as they say.
WSU now 3 through tower, and Truman finally gonna let this showstopper fly, and it's gonna find Cobb. Gorgo is finding a shot with the Marshall as well. He's finally taken down this time.
Heal up, squad.
By another Vandal. Pizzasaurus gonna get this
Spike
final off
planted.
Methodical, making it look very easy, quite honestly. Of course, it is a save round for QU, so not exactly designed to be one
enemy
difficult
remaining.
round for Wichita, but even so, 6-0 lead. Now, it seems a lot more brutal around.
And this reminds me of a match from group stage. I forget the exact teams, but it was very similar. Looks like a timeout is being asked about in the chat. I don't know what will end up happening with that, as timeout doesn't end up starting. Defenders are going to get their timeout, and they're looking to try and change things up here on this defense. Now, what can they try and do? Well, you know they're going to be looking for kind of a hard exec on one site, so you kind of want to get your Sky in a position a little bit aggro, get a dog off and try to look for information, and then determine where they're coming from, and then hard rotate for it. Because they aren't playing like we saw Georgetown do, right? Where they kind of walk up into certain areas in the map and then try and play for it and then just kind of rotate out. No, they're hard execing onto sites, and you kind of need to get information earlier in the rounds. They're not going to sit around and let you gather information, so you have to go out on your own to go and get it. So I think that's kind of one of the biggest things they can start changing up.
3 ults online. Actually, no, 4 for QU now, but I honestly don't think any of them really stage too much of a presence unless they have a chance at a fight, which, I mean, by the time the spike has gone down, the fight's kind of already gotten to a point where Wichita is comfy. Even if it's like 3v3. Like, you can tell Wichita is so in their element by the time the fight reaches the midway point. And by that time, I feel like Into the Shadows has lost its rhythm. I feel like Empress might not be worth. You might not get enough kills. I feel like Blade Storm, you need a solid
are
advantage, and by the
divided!
time the fight's begun, Wichita has your sideline covered. And the lockdown could be good for the reapproach, but you would have to come from the low ground, like somewhere like Link, and Wichita's always had that sightline covered. Oh, Cryptic, though, will find 2 on the A side approach. And while Kappa's on the other side, it is a 5v3.
My
Gene will
ultimate
finally
is
finish
not
things
ready.
off, but he takes a lot of health along with it.
They have the
Spike-
heals.
Yeah, Spike will go down, but again, QU looking solid
Spike
on this
planted.
defense this time around. This would be a good time to actually use this
You
lockdown.
will not kill my allies.
Look at the res coming in. Can they get that person that's getting res? No, they get Jeem instead. Gonna be rotating. Oh, Snipper! Oh my! Finds 2, but now Truman still alive right now. Can't isolate these 2 1v1s. They find it! 2 massive players from 2 different duelists right there. As Truman keeps the 7-round win streak alive with some nasty flicks and some great positioning. They secure themselves 7 and shut down the ability for them to get back into this game. Oh my! And it was after looking so good there. When the Reyna gets into my corner, my brain is melting on a molecular level from that absolutely amazing clutch there coming out from Truman.
Wichita just not letting my man's breathe. Truman
No.
absolutely insane. Over a 3.0 KD and already more than halfway towards finding map number 1. Still a big fat goose egg on QU's record for this quarterfinals matchup. Line up through mid
Blinded.
towards tower is going to be the moves this time around. No, Teeson's going to rotate over towards vents after the Nebula comes up to cover tracks. Wichita, they're still keeping things very unpredictable despite how vanilla their pushes have had to be. Pop's a little slow, but of course, they've got the Marshal, so not too consequential. Regardless, team recognizes that, but wastes too much time. And Popsy can find the pick. Teeson trades things out, though, onto Karma, which means that A-Site is pretty opened up. Popsy now far more aggressive. Still finds the shot onto Kaba. That's what's crazy is QU. They are losing all of these rounds, but they have some really solid fraggers.
Yeah, they've got some solid aimers, some solid fraggers in here. It's just like, I don't know. It seems Wichita is like 5-man monkey moding it in this site sometimes, and they're getting it done, right? They're just getting it done. Obviously, some clutch stuff from Truman has secured them a couple rounds, and now a punch to the esophagus right there. They just punched them in the esophagus with that ult, and Truman kind of, I mean, close range taking them out with.
Dude. Like that was
Last
so
player standing.
disgusting. Oh, that was so mean. My God. Cryptic can find one more.
Last player
2
standing.
more attacking members. Cryptic finds another. Has a lockdown and has to reapproach the spike. Pizzasaurus can take a bit of a corner approach there and stop that counter push right in the track. Again, QU, they have some great fraggers. Popsy found 2. Cryptic found 2.
Popsy has 9K credits?
Yeah, he wanted the up with the heavy shields.
Wait, they are down 8.
Yeah, they were saving with the Marshal, and now they have an.
But how does he have 9K?
I mean, I don't see a problem.
I see a problem. I see a problem. I see a problem. How do you have 9K credits? You're down 8. I don't care. You're down 8. How do you have 9K? That makes no sense.
Every Wednesday I get to cast Wichita State's Smash Brothers team for a crew battle. They have some incredible players on
I've
that
got
team
your trail.
as well. Yggdrasil is probably my favorite player
Oh,
in
it's-
the entire series. He's absolutely incredible. Wichita State proven they have more than one great gaming roster for sure. Not only top dogs in their division for this series, but top dogs in this match, to say the very
Spike
least.
down, B.
Pizzasaurus able to clean it up after Popsy can finally approach from tower with the operator. 2v2 though still. It's funny, QU continuously keeps things even
Yeah.
despite how many rounds they lose.
Placing
They have
swarm
to still
grenade.
reapproach.
Swarm
Spike hasn't
grenade
even got
out. I
planning
got
yet.
the
There's still
spike.
50 seconds left. These fights, they start and end so very quickly. Oh, Jeem has a solid
Spike
plan.
planted.
Popsy
Last
can
player
go.
standing.
He's not
One
going
enemy
to rip
remaining.
it. That's a solid trade from Jeem. Spike has been planted, and Pizza, all he has to do is wait. Doesn't. Still gets the shots around the corner. 9-0, Wichita State University.
Yep. And I am going to be it's really rough. We're seeing a lot of close rounds. Like, the thing is, they're trading out, they're fragging. It just seems like things are going wrong in the in the early stages where Wichita are getting the early picks and getting onto site and getting advantage positions, and then Quinnipiac have to kind of like fight back into it. Or if the early picks are going Quinnipiac's way, Wichita State just kind of gets together, gets the 3 people, pushes in, and kind of isolates 3v1s and takes them out from there. And so Wichita is doing a very good job of playing around how these early fights are going, whether they're up or down. But Quinnipiac is definitely able to fire back.
This sounds kind of mean, but I think Quinnipiac is playing too defensively. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, they're playing in a way where they wait for Wichita State to do something, and then they do something back. And that can work sometimes, but it's not going to work, especially when you need to complete a round. And that's where QU is really struggling. Like, they can trade, they can, you know, they can sacrifice somebody and then get somebody else off of Wichita. They've been doing that basically every time they fought. However, when they need to get rid of that last member or those last 2 members, they always fault them because they're the ones who have to initiate the fight. Wichita State, they set up all the dominoes by the time it comes time for QU to execute something. And there's not enough resources or willpower or whatever for QU to really finish.
One enemy
now that
remaining.
Thiessen has an operator as well, why does Mel just go absolutely wild with a 4K to finish things off? Wichita State, do we see a shutout map 1 in the quarterfinals?
You know, I would have been interested to see how that group would have gone without forfeit.
Yeah, I would have been too. They lost.
Florida State looked very good.
They played.
Florida State looked very, very good.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from Quinnipiac, but right now I think we're seeing kind of why Wichita State is like that #1 seed from their group, and it's going up against what potentially could have not been a #2 seed.
Of course, yeah. I mean, CN is also in this game, and Florida, they won the week that they could play.
They dominated the week they could
The
play.
week that they couldn't play, they forfeited every round, and that's why they couldn't qualify for the tournament. That's why you're seeing the Bobcats here. Because they were the 3rd seed in this division, if not for Florida ducking out. Truman,
Bomb grenade out.
all of these people are just on fire from Wichita. They just know how to pick. But QU, they know how to trade. I mean, they keep getting a pick back and forth. Wichita State playing this slower than ever because they know how stacked up Quinn is this round.
Be on to really stop this, but how can they with that Sage Wall going through? It's gonna have to be when some peaks come in. Popsia can't do it. Once again, back onto the Reina's shoulders. They're in hell, and they're not in the great spot to really contest these rotations. They're all gonna have to walk in the same exact way, and Jimas is lining them up. Cryptic does find one, but not gonna be enough. Everyone's just peeking over that wall. And in the end, it's Wichita State up 11-0 to start this
before the switch.
series out. It's not looking good for Quinnipiac, and no matter what way you slice it. And Truman right now going crazy, despite starting this out pretty slow.
Yeah. Quinn, it feels like they would do so much better. And again, this is going to sound really neat if Wichita didn't know where they were. When the last 2 or 3 players are always going to have those same sorts of positions in a map like Split after Wichita attacks. And Wichita, they understand that. They have sights locked on. And although Quinn is solid at peeking and getting those trades out, Wichita, they just know where Quinn is going to peek from. And because of that, they're able to counter them most of the time. In fact, all of the time. If it was most of the time, then Quinn would maybe have a round under their belt. But they still don't. And we're approaching match point here. Gorgo on the save. Well, Hybrid at the very least will find one. And actually 2 with this Bulldog trying to find another one. Truman launches a blast pack. And Gorgo's found 3.
Right there.
To win this round, set up the 11-1. Wouldn't be a shutout then, but Thiessen with the operator is not going to let that happen. And now, ooh, the shot almost finding there. If that hits, it's a 2-on-2. Gonna watch the flank, though. Is aware that Cryptic could be coming around. Flash comes out and Jeem already finding one. The shot comes in from Thiessen, the headshot nonetheless, and they know exactly where the shot is, and it's gone. Their glimpses of an 11-1 taking that first round are now dashed, and the 12-0 coming down to Wichita State University. I would not think it is weird to say that this is over, particularly.
Unless
I got
QU
enough time
has
to go
a
into the
godlike
Astro
attack game on this map, I would say.
On a map that is severely defensive sided,
Defender
yes.
side, yeah, I was gonna, yeah. I would say, you know, pack it in, GG, go next. Take it to map 2. See how you fare on that one.
should work.
But at the point that we're at
That'll
now,
work.
it's a little awkward. Granted, here's the thing: is this was Wichita's pick. I'll go with Quinnipiac.
We
I'll
are
give
coping
Quinnipiac
today.
the benefit of the doubt here that they did not pick this map, and therefore they are not as good at it as what they will
even
pick
make
next,
a
which is
dent.
Breeze. However, however, a 13-0 game is not exactly what you want, even on a map that you didn't pick. But Wichita, they're just so dominant. Their players are incredible. They're gonna try and use this entry to that barrage. It's already one member down, and almost two. Everyone's health is pretty fragmented. They have to find one, Teasing another, Teasing another, Truman one more, and just as the spike goes down, it will go right back up. Wichita State University takes the first map of the quarterfinal series.
Defenders
13-0.
A statement win from Wichita State so far, as they look to propel themselves into that semifinals. And man, oh man, is it such a statement, right? And looking at their potential rivals in a minute, like they are looking strong, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of difficult to really talk about much because that match just went on so quickly, in fact, that I think we might just go right. I mean, we'll be really quick with this break because these teams they're itching to get involved with map number 2 for sure. When we come back, it's Breeze. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to the EGF Valorant Power Series. I'm Tenrek. With me is Worst Cast, and if you're just joining us, well, buckle in, because you might not be here for long. Wichita State University just, for lack of a better term, clapped Quinnipiac University 13-0 on a split. We're now taking it to Breeze, and what a duality we may have encountered just now is we saw DePaul take Breeze 14-12 mere moments ago, and now we're seeing a team that just shut out an opponent in quarterfinals about to play on the very same map. And I believe the teams are already, they're ready to go. They're ready to get this thing going, Worst.
Yeah, should be going to Breeze. And what ended up happening was, okay, not starting immediately, I've been
Okay.
told, but we are going to be seeing the 13-0 come out last rap. And this is a performance that actually completely boomed an entire professional roster. So imagine what that does to collegiate
True.
players. So,
You can't fire college students, though.
can't, technically. Can't. But we are going to see how that ends up happening. And I'm going to be interesting to see, as we're going to go in just a moment, how the Breeze kind of plays out for Wichita. Because at this point, it's kind of just looking towards what Wichita's end up going to doing in the next semifinals. Like, how do they look?
Mm-hmm.
As it will be Wichita State on the attacking side and Quinnipiac on the defending side. As Invasive Karma, she looks to lock in the Omen. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see like what the comp looks like. I hope it's not okay. We're gonna be some shenanigans from Wichita State.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't doubt we'll see some interesting stuff from Wichita. They want to experiment. They're very confident in how they can finish this. Of course, we're not supposed to be, because well, we we don't want to rule out any sort of team, and there's no way we want to rule out QU, because as we said before, they have great qualities when it comes to engagement. They trade really well. Their positioning's not terrible. It's just very predictable, and that's what kind of set them apart. And they just couldn't complete a lot of team fights. That could very well change on Breeze. Of course, they were the team that picked the map, so I don't doubt that they have some tricks up their sleeve, but not a different comp.
Yeah, not really a different composition entirely.
Select
It's
your
going to be the
agent.
chamber over something like a Killjoy. We are going to end up seeing what the last picks are going to come in here for Wichita State. Again, Wichita State's on your right and Quinnipiac is on your left for now. And again, Omen on Breeze. Pepe laugh. Breeze.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. Breeze is going to be hard for the Omen to get smokes down. I mean, where are you smoking like on A site to like cover pyramids, right? It's like there's gonna be somewhere that they can get shot from where that Viper is trying to cover. Like, why do you have both the Viper and the Omen?
Yeah, and the poison cloud just provides a lot more utility on whatever you're placing it on when it comes to a map like Breeze. I suppose the one difference is you have to throw your poison cloud down. You don't have to do that with Omen. You can just set up a sight line and bam, it's over there. So maybe a little bit of changing to that sort of I don't know how to exactly define it. That sort of engagement. On the defense, I suppose it makes more sense. But Wichita State's the team that chose to attack first. And I'm looking at Truman, who was the top fragger last game, and I'm thinking, oh god, a Neon. I mean, we gotta
I don't know
about
that. I don't
elephant in
know.
the room.
I don't know enough about Neon to say like conclusively. All I know is that underwhelming in a lot of situations. The most I've seen them is on Fracture, or Haven actually. Liquid ran it on Haven.
I'm a caster for a crew, so I have to watch all of their team's games. And Quinnipiac throws out the Neon on Fracture a lot of the time, and he goes absolutely buck wild on that map. He's absolutely incredible. However, Wichita State, they only have 2 attackers left
enemy
on this
remaining.
first part towards A site.
Red planet.
And while Kappa does get the spike down, they probably won't get much else here. They're only down to 15 health right now. And they might get a Devour if they get just 1 kill, but they're getting so surrounded. They do get the Devour, though. They're losing too much health in the secondary fight, though, partly thanks to the snake bite placed down. So QU will not be shut out again. They will take round number 1.
Imagine they 13-0 Wichita State now.
That
Imagine.
would be amazing.
Imagine
What
the
a story.
storylines. Yeah, what a storyline. And then last map, it goes 16-15 into one team's direction. Wouldn't that be the story? But instead, we're going to be seeing a force spy actually going to come out from Wichita State. Again, I guess from the last round, they're not really having a lot of respect, so they are going to be trying to go for forces. Also, they got the plant down. The plant allows you to get some economic breakpoints to get some armors with marshals and whatnot here. So it's going to allow them to be more of that, more of a threat. And they're going to look to just explode out A again, it seems. Maybe have some hall control, but not a single soul is in hall. And they're going to have a 3-man defensive setup to stop it. Omen smoking into A main. Looks like that's what they want the Omen to be used for. And the wall, though, is going to give them a lot of space right now.
Utah's determined, though. A quick spike goes down after the toxic screen, and Kaba will find the first pick on Popsy. No more Mr. Nice Ringer. They'll get countered out by the base of Karma. So many angles covered. Sniper with that Marshall. Able to find that pick from the team as well. Pizza has the headhunter out there. And Truman is still rocking this Marshall as well. Finds the pick on the
He's running.
Trying to fast drive it. Decent is winding up a snake bite. No way this hits something. Are you kidding me?
Oh, lineup Larry's, bro.
Wow.
It's lineup. No. It's lineup.
that's a
No,
lineup.
it's lineup Larry's. Yeah, lineup
That's
Larry's on this map.
wild.
I hate
I've
lineup
never
Larry's.
seen that one before. I've never seen
No.
that one
That's
before.
a classic
Dude, I'm such
Sova
a
Viper
lineup
spot.
fanatic. I'm such a lineup fanatic.
No, it is the most, it is, okay. I've seen so many lineup Larrys on this map, and there's actually some funny things you can do where you can try to, you can block snake bites and whatever with, like, other teammates, and it's so funny when it happens because lineup Larry's just like, I'm gonna play in Narnia and hit this trick shot from 2 billion miles away, and the reason why you do that on the Viper with your vulnerabilities, because I think it increases the tick damage on the decay, if I'm not mistaken. So it makes you die faster, basically. Is why that lineup is so strong. You put your smoke on top of the plant, and then you just hit those snake bites, and then the vulnerability plus the molly damage just takes them out.
So what I'm hearing is,
Yes, Hoes are very mad. Hoes are incredibly mad. Actually, impeccably mad.
hey, shout out to EGF3 for the raid, by the way. Welcome, you guys. You're just in time. If you're just hopping in, Wichita State just won against QU 13-0 on
down
split.
A.
QU won round 1, but Wichita State was forced by, and they won out round number 2. This is a much closer one. Tapia is holding back pyramids from a distance right now against the cave, but Jim is gonna peek right through that toxic screen that goes up, get the finishing shot down. The spike will finally get planted once more, this time by Cap.
Yep, and now it's going to be Cryptic looking for a pick and back stairs. Guardian with the Empress active. Not something you normally see, but the 4K coming in for Cabin nonetheless. And now Wichita State back to their usual selves after the force buy on round 2. And they are looking quite dangerous here, as they're probably going to maybe swap it up, or maybe we just see them push A every single time. No, looks like they are going to be looking towards B, or at least the Viper is, as everyone else looks again back towards A. Gonna be interesting to see how long this continues, this play of just going out, just rushing out mid. Or not rushing out at main.
I'm gonna say it, and I don't even care what people think. Sorry, haters. Them's the facts, maybe. Just their fundamentals are just so fun. Everybody's aim is so solid. Cap, are you joking? Oh, what a solid first pick through. Fast lane goes up for Truman to find an easy way through the corner. And look at the presence that you already have this Neon on like breeze. Easy peek through to the bridge in the backside. And he's going all the way up to the tunnel. Oh, man. I love the creativity.
He's running and gunning with the Vandal.
Nah, Gorgo is going to take him out, though.
He's running and gunning with the Vandal. Let me know. Oh, the nice tap. Oh, the nice tap. Oh, get him. Oh, my team. Some mechanical expression right there. Yeah, it's a clinic expressing the mechanics right there with the tap dash, another tap to end it. And yeah, like Truman here, having a lot of fun on the Neon, also has died the most. You know why? Because they run faster, meaning they can run to their deaths faster. As Truman's superpower is he can run slightly faster than the average agent.
You're so mean.
Okay, okay, I know you love Campeki. I know you're supposed to love the crew. I know you're paid off. I know you're paid off for that kind of stuff.
They don't pay me a cent.
I know they don't pay you, but they pay you in exposure, okay? It's the same thing. They pay you off, and You have to love them. But Neon's an okay agent, but like I don't know why you'd run a Neon on Breeze.
I don't know either. Maybe that's what maybe Truman has never run Neon on Breeze before and he's just trying something. And you know what? I can't even blame him because it's so fun.
Spike
it's so fun
planted.
to watch.
Last
and
player
WSU,
standing.
they know they have so much control over this team to another flawless look. It might not be a 13-0.
Go,
It might be a 13-1. And
Yeah, might be.
I'd say that that's pretty cool.
If you're a Wichita State fan, if you're a if you're a Quinnipiac fan, you're like, this is not going the way it should. But yeah, no, Wichita State already gonna keep having that Guardian still. They could definitely upgrade. It's gonna max out on credits. I would advise upgrading, but I don't really know if they care.
He's committed.
Definitely committing right now.
It's a bit at this point. He's just gonna run the Guardian until he gets the Tour de Force. He's not gonna spend another credit for the rest of the
Imagine, except on armor, I hope. Here it is, the better Phoenix wall gonna be coming out. Phoenix absolutely molding.
Right out two, going crazy on Popsia first, then on the Snipely in the back.
That is the one thing that is Neon is okay. That's the one thing that is like, why is this in the video game? Sometimes it's like, that's a little much, don't you think? Like, don't you think it's a little much right there? What I just witnessed.
I think that's the whole idea.
Why are we giving more agents guns on their ultimates? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that, huh? Why are we doing that? So not only do no, it's a gun. It's a gun. Like the knives are also a gun. Let's be honest here. Okay, the knives are also a gun. So we have two of the newest agents. The two newest agents actually. One has an op, and one just has a Tesla gun. Okay? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that, Riot? What's up with that? Why do they have to be guns? Why do we have to give free guns to people? Does economy not matter anymore? Economy in shambles.
Another gold ultimate in this economy.
Last player standing.
I mean, Goro's Goro just put them in their place. Oh, we were kind of like getting off the rails right there, but I mean, Goro decided that they had enough.
Peace is not running Guardian anymore. He's running Vandal. They're serious. Oh, Wichita's serious. They don't want to drop this. Got to cut through 3 more, and they've done it before. Members of Wichita State have done it before. Solid peak onto Cryptic, only down to just above 100 total health. You know where he is now. Gonna look at land, sees Karma, but Karma sees Pizza as well. He takes the brunt of it. 35 health now. Bluffs the play.
One enemy remaining.
Gets the kill on the Popsia, but he doesn't know where Karma is. He's gone too far forward. And QU will take their second round.
I dropped that one. They don't really like fire back at Mr. Gorgo in that that nest position, and they take down 3 of them. And then from there, Pizzasaurus plays it okay, and then the last one, I don't know why he's kind of sent me peeking an angle when he doesn't have any bullets and he's trying to plant, but you know, that is not my business anymore. And I think it's kind of, this game has devolved to the point where I'm watching Snipe Cryptic with 3,100 credits just have a shorty and nothing else.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yeah.
Jim finds the pick on the Gorgo, who leaks out of the shoot. Another one. Yeah, this was a loop round. Wichita State, they
toxic.
They clean up side.
Actually toxic.
Look, I'm.
No, you're just toxic. We talked about this. No. EGF3 like raids us, and then you instantly become the more toxic person. Okay. Basically, last round we said this. Last map we said this. QU has good aimers, but Wichita State has 1, better aimers, and 2, they're just monkey moding as a team. Like they're like 4-man.
Like Wichita State, they let that round happen because they tripped up too much, and QU took advantage of it too often, which they're good at doing. But Wichita State, they just didn't trip up. They just trip up less, and they're fine.
It's not a lot worse.
I'm not being toxic.
I think we need to have a talk
I feel
with.
like you're exhuming a little too much negativity, right?
I think we need another. I think we need to talk with HR again. Yeah.
Don't give an extra storyline to them.
Okay. Stifferbam taking out Kaba right there. Stifferbam has actually been really good for them so far in this map. Yeah. In terms of aim, like again, like they have good fraggers, they have good aimers. It's just like, what's gonna happen when 5 Wichita State members just monkey mode onto you on a site? Like, what are you gonna do? Especially when you have an Omen. Like, you have an Omen. I think that about says volumes.
I don't think I've seen a single paranoia be able to come off.
No.
This entire game. 8 rounds, Steve, about to be 9, but Gorgo, another unstoppable nest position, now 5v3.
Poison orb emitting.
Looking good this round. Poison Cloud to stall the B push, which is where the remaining 3 members are at the moment. There is a Blade Storm active, but I mean, Wichita, they have so many credits, they don't really need to use any sort of gun ultimate right now. They're just going to do it for giggles at this point. Could change if they win enough rounds. Truman can frag out from the nest, though, and that's a 4v3.
I'm out of here.
40 seconds remaining, dashing right into Sniper, though.
Spike down. Defender spawn.
Yep, there it is. Sniffer stopping this. Gonna really put an end to it right now. It's just Jeem left. 1v4.
30
Does
seconds
pop the
left.
knives. Does have the ability to potentially win out this round, but it's not likely at all. 3 members holding this spike, and they have to worry about the Viper. Nice shot there from Jeem, trying to walk forward again. 16 seconds remaining to get this spike implanted. Basically, that means they gotta kill all 3 members here. Doesn't even get the one. Pops ya. Ends that one, and now they have operators in their hands with the chamber and the jet. And as my co-caster here, Tenmic, would say, fluke round, quote unquote. Nerd
You know,
emoji.
Gun
look,
here.
Topsy just had the better gun, okay? That's all
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the
say.
classic, the better gun. The knives. Yes.
No, Sniper absolutely demolished that round. Took advantage of everything that Wichita had. Really well done. Great covering on Gorgo once he went down after a solid pick from them
Watching
on
here.
Nest. I don't mean to be toxic, for real. Like Quinnipiac.
I am
They
joking
are-
with you as well. I don't believe he's being toxic. We're simply
fine.
saying how it is. We're simply saying how it is, you know. And
I think Sniper's done incredibly. He did great on Split. He's still positive despite the fact that they have half the rounds that Wichita does. I mean, it's really impressive. And he has to stop down here with this operator from the bridge, and Sherman's the only one that can really do best consistently unless Jeem is going to dash in with the tailwind and take him out, which indeed they do. Now, 4v2, Wichita State walking right into a site. Hasn't even picked up the spike, though. They're going for a long fight now, and they might pay for it dearly. As
Last
they're gonna
player
find another
standing.
pick before Jeem can trade it out. It's all down to the sky,
I
all the
have
way
the
in the
spike.
back. Pizza finally going to go pick up that spike, and they might finally go plant it down. Again, these fights go so quickly, though, that there's practically no punishment for it. Gorgo now watching the back gate, and it's a free plant on
Running
A
low.
site.
yep, and 3v1 right now. And again, like I said, like when Wichita State just booga boogas onto a site, especially with this neon, it's so hard to stop them. I mean, it's literally Truman just running past you with better Phoenix wall, and what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
It is Truman going crazy.
Going a little stupid. You just see the running animation. You got the police officer from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs out there.
Oh my god. Come on, Jeem. Just kill him.
Buried.
Oh my god, Gorgo kills him.
Gorgo won this
They're
round.
Dancing. They're just dancing around before Pizza can finally take it out with the head on it.
Okay, they're the toxic ones, okay? Do
They're
not
so
put this
mean.
on us.
They're
Do not put this on
so
us. We are
mean,
simply
dude. Jeez.
responding to the toxicity I'm seeing in game, you know?
It's
Yeah.
a cycle, it spreads.
It's a cycle. It's toxicity is a cycle, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it in its infancy, you know? But yeah, right now, 73 right now, and they're gonna be looking to try and end this 9-3 if possible, but
That's a good spot.
the T-Sen has a stinger.
Yo, what? Hey!
That gun was good the first year of Valorant. They nerfed it.
Massive stinger play, baby!
They nerfed it. Wait, they have a free gun. They have like a bunch of free guns right now. It's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, Truman has the overage.
Guys, look at it. It's so
He doesn't
balanced.
even have to do that much because everyone else is doing killing.
It's so balanced.
Oh, I love this. I love that ability so much. It's so cool.
You were the reason why Riot makes these
Toxin
characters.
screen down.
And you were the reason why things can't be fun anymore.
I'm a primary part of the Valorant fan base that gives them a lot of money.
Yeah, and you
So,
give them
yeah.
you enable
Last
these
round is
bad
ahead.
decisions being made.
I haven't paid a single cent to Riot Games for Valorant. I haven't bought a skin. I haven't like bought a boost or anything. Like I haven't done anything. And yet, I still love the Asian words.
What? That's not the point. You just like them adding
Checkmate,
stupid
liberal.
things into the game.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What? You legit just let them add. They add a railgun in the game. You're like, I love this. This is so fun watching Truman just run around, zap people to death with no repercussions.
I don't know what you're talking about. Overdrive is counterable. She's
Overdrive is
fast.
yes. Overdrive is
She's fast and she has one finger gun and she's frail. You have to have solid aim.
frail.
Spike
What do you mean
down.
frail? What makes her frail?
She doesn't have any get out ability. She can just
Poison
one
off.
Okay, you know how? Okay. Valorant players and
Her
CS
retreat
players
her retreat
don't
is
know how to
awesome.
track. They don't know how to track.
Exactly. They don't know how to track, and Truman does. He said he's using Neon optimally.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not. You are misconstrued. This person running at 2 billion miles an hour is harder to hit than a jet dash.
One enemy remaining.
Maybe for you.
No, it's just because one is a linear motion, and the other is they can change things up.
Okay.
Because it's cheese. It's pure cheese. It doesn't make the character well designed.
Switching sides.
But it's not balanced?
Not balanced. It's cheese.
I feel like you have some issues to work out in your own.
I feel like you don't know Yone from League of Legends. I feel like you don't know Yone from League of Legends. That character is not balanced. Doesn't see pro play. Not balanced character. Not a balanced character, right? It infected the Valorant department. In League of Legends, it infected the Valorant department. I'm telling you that. Make these broken characters that they don't nerf, that aren't in pro play just because they have very niche roles, but they are just completely broken.
I'm gonna pick up Neon.
Okay, my bad. Okay, you're just trolling everyone's games now, and yourself. Goodbye that RR. It's very funny. Here's Truman.
What RR? I'm Iron 2. What are you?
Wow, you have more problems than that. Okay, my bad. Kaba here is behind, trying to take them out. Pizzasaurus with that free sheriff, by the way. Free sheriff.
You're so mad for no reason.
Not free sheriff. 100 credits.
So angry.
My bad. It's not a free sheriff. That's not. That was hyperbole.
Remaining.
That's my bad. Okay, we should really get back to this. I think people at home are wondering, who are these guys talking about?
Next.
I think, are they fighting demons right now? They're just fighting demons. Just like Snipper is trying to fight demons right now and is winning against them. Snipper taking out Kaba. First demon down, second demon on the way. Can they win it out? Don't have Rendezvous up. Trying to find it. Spike initializing here.
Spike planted.
Smoke is out, doesn't find it. The demons win once again. Just like my life.
Demon's got hands, bro.
Demons got hands. Damn, demons got hands, bro. Demons got hands. That's crazy.
Oh, Teeson picking up a skin that they like, I guess. And gonna diffuse this spike now. 10-3. They flopped to the defense, but they're still showing out. I will say though, QU did get more rounds than they did last match, so congratulations.
Yeah. Again, okay. This seems really bad. Now it's time for me to backpedal and try to save face.
Okay.
So Quinnipiac, you have good aimers, right? You have some good aimers here. Yeah, Snipper's 11 doing very well. Popsha has been having a rough time this time around, but back on Split was doing very well in terms of getting in, getting picks, and then trying to get out. And Mr. Loyal has been solid for them the entire time. The problem is, you're also playing against Wichita State, who have fantastic aimers all across the board. And then on top of that, when they're playing off each other, they're playing off utility. And they just kind of have like this greater game sense in terms of like how utility plays and how the enemy team is going to be playing with utility. That is just allowing them to do stuff like this. Where Kaba is just kind of sitting there with the Guardian, and he's gonna get taken out for it because again, it's not like he's playing against someone who can't aim. Like they can aim, it's just like
Spike down B.
you know what I'm saying. You know.
No, I agree with you. Is Wichita State, they have a lot of chemistry and he's done this
enemy remaining
for a Valorant team, especially with somebody like Truman. And as much as we talk about how much cheese that Neon has, the way that ultimate tends to try and cut a lot of it in half. She tends to run through a comp and try and kind of clear the board a little bit. But you need a good team behind you in order to take care of that board once it's been cleared out. Truman can run through as much as you want, get 2 kills, get 3 kills, hell, go for an ace for all I care. But you're gonna miss somebody along the way, and Truman does that, but he doesn't care about it because he knows he has team members right behind him that can get the rest of the frags out. That's happened every time he's overdriven. That's happened every time that Kappa has tried to throw out an Empress. That's happened every time Jean has thrown out a Blade Storm early on, which has never been often. It's always been to try and clutch out a round because the gun economy has always been insane from WSU. They're always backing each other up, and it hasn't stopped yet, and it's not going to stop until Wichita State says GG's good night. See you in the
Wait, Teeson didn't see them. Teeson didn't see them.
Wow, that's so unlucky. Right behind the Toxic Dream. That's amazing placement there for Cryptic. That's awesome.
Yeah, and now Mr. Gogo's gonna find out Kappa in mid. They have the avenue to get onto B here if they so desire, or they can pinch on A, especially with Mr. Gogo taking out Pizzasaurus, the Guardian not proving effective. They do have to worry about Truman though, who could catch out the planter if they don't watch out caves. Wall is up, but it doesn't cover where Truman could be. This should be the top. Oh, that almost was collateral. Doesn't find it. They start running around. Look at them. Oh, it's Foon. It's Foon. Guys, he's going off. He's going off. Concussion comes out as well. Dude, he's doing it sideways, man. He's doing it sideways. What is this?
Match point.
How do you stop that? How do you stop when Foon rolls up in the server?
Awesome, dude.
Go, go, go.
How do you look up? How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do anything against Foon? Foon comes back from internet grave and then just decides to do that to your team. What do you do? What's the response?
Oh god, that was so awesome. That was so cool. Truman's so dope, dude. He's not even top fragging this game, and he's just so cool.
Wow, you are.
You want to play? Let's play.
Because it's razor unreal.
Marshall versus CS:GO up. That's about how that matchup goes.
Teason takes down Cryptic on the shoot though, so still a 4v3. This is match point.
He's in the sussy.
Get to the semis. Teason got a 2K with the steer.
What? That's the call out, isn't it? I've heard that on broadcast. I've heard that on VCT broadcast. I think that means that's official, right?
Yeah, probably. All right, well, B side's open, but it seems like Karma and Sniper they want to go for the kills to end this round. They don't believe in their ability to hold down the side after it's been taken. At least for the moment. No, they'll rotate on the B side. It just took a second. They had all the time in the world because again, these fights they start and end so quickly that by the time the fight's over, like the round has been going on for like maybe 10 seconds, if that.
Who wins? A person with the CS:GO op or someone with the CS:GO movement speed? We'll see in just a moment here as Neon goes through. Gonna find it out. Oh, the operator just missing right there. Tour de Force not going out.
One enemy remaining.
The Phoenix Walls and Pizza Sauce is in there.
Last player standing.
Wait. Truman.
Okay.
Truman, buddy. Once again.
Well,
Hardcore, says Mr. Gorgo. At least you're having fun with it. You know, that's all you
Yeah.
That's all you know. At least you're having fun with it. Obviously, it's not like it is what it is if you're Quinnipiac right now. Like you're going against this team, they're a great team. I screamed, yeah. And you just gotta have to have fun with it, and that's what they've been doing so far. I think if you're Sniper and Mr. Gorgo and even like Pop's just having such a bad map right now, but I've seen such good stuff from them, you know?
yeah. Exactly.
That I kind of feel bad because it's like this team has good pieces and is able to do things. It's just like some of the coordination isn't there, setups aren't there. I mean, look at this. How do you beat the double duelists on top of the wall? Like, how do you do that? I guess the Viper's great.
Pop, see ya throwing in. Does kill Truman. It's a big approach on a B side. The Viper's pit is up and the spike does go down. Teason still on the stinger. I feel like it's just a lifestyle choice for him at this point.
Dude, I hate that gun. Even when it was broken, I couldn't use it. I thought it didn't work. It didn't work the same way. It's like people's Spectres work different in like VCT and then like in actual life.
Cabin Cryptic.
Last player standing.
It's just two members. Make that one. Karma goes down to the tour de force. One member remaining in Sniper, stuck over in the tube. That spot some members just messing around, but
not the best moment. I've seen better from Sniper, but you know what? It's 13-4. They got 4 against this great team. I'm gonna be real. Quinnipiac has some good stuff to them. You know, they have some good stuff to them. But it is gonna be Wichita State moving on in the bracket. I believe playing up against whoever the winner of Delaware and Marist was, which I believe was Delaware, I think.
I believe you are correct. I think that's where we're at right now. Let's look at the bracket. Yeah, it's between Marist and the Blue Hens, which I think it would be the Blue Hens.
Delaware won already, yeah. Delaware already won.
Delaware will go up against Wichita.
I think we're the last one ending today, I believe.
I mean, that first best of 3 went on for
you guys, yeah, everyone that's rating
time.
from EGF3, you guys missed a banger series. You guys missed a banger series between DePaul and Georgetown.
This one was definitely a banger in definitely a different way, but Wichita State, they do crank out 2 maps pretty quickly against Quinnipiac University. Take it to the semis in another very dominant fashion. They still have not yet dropped a map this entire series, any of the round robins, any of these matches so far, and I don't think they're looking to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, and looks like we will be having an interview coming up very shortly with Truman the resident neon player, Foon, whatever you want to call him. But we're gonna be heading to a quick break first so we can set that one up. So stay around if you want to hear from Truman about their win over Quinnipiac University. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are here with an interview with Truman from the winning squad of that last series, Wichita State University. Truman, obviously, being that fantastic neon player we just saw on our screens just moments ago. And again, Truman, how are you feeling after that series?
We're feeling good. I think we're ready for tomorrow. We've been practicing a lot, so
No, I mean, we can absolutely tell the chemistry between you guys is really, really admirable. Now, we know you guys have been watching the records, obviously, to some extent, and you guys knew, you were going up against the Bobcats. Their only wins had come from forfeits. Walking into this match, we can tell you guys had a solid amount of confidence. Did that come from the fact that you knew you were going up against a team that may have been a bit easier than the other second seeds, or were you guys just confident in your ability regardless of who you'd end up playing?
y- yeah, I would say so. And also, I think that we didn't want to show like our full potential yet when it comes to later matches. So yeah, we just played off comfortability the series.
I guess kind of you guys now coming out first seed in your group, and actually the second seed in your group, I believe, DePaul just came out and is going to the semifinals on the opposite side of the bracket. Knowing that even the second seed in the group, someone who you were able to beat, is beating other number one seeds in other groups. How do you guys feel going into the next semifinals and then in potentially the finals at the playoffs as a whole?
Feeling confident in going into the semifinals and hopefully the finals. Yeah, we've been practicing a lot, changing up roles, uh, and we've been studying a lot of what other teams are doing. So yeah.
Of course. No, I know that Wichita also has a pretty expansive esports program. You guys have a lot of teams that play pretty well actually and have pretty good records across the board. Do you guys ever get to talk with each other? Do you feel like you have a really solid community behind you?
Yeah, I would say our community is pretty good here. Hopefully, we get more opportunities to kind of talk with the other teams and the other squads here at WCU. So hopefully, we get to do that sometime soon again.
And I guess last question for you here, Truman. We want to get you out. Congratulations again, celebrating. So, anyone you want to shout out, any socials you want to shout out to the people at home that are hearing you and kind of want to maybe connect with you guys more.
Um, I guess just shout out WCU and shout out to our sponsors, Fuzzies and Kovacs, and then shout out to our friends and families and our fans too. But yeah, thank you.
Truman from the Wichita State Shockers. Thanks to you guys. Good luck tomorrow. See you then.
Cool, thank you.
Worst? It's
Yeah.
been a fun 2 matches, a long-winded 2 matches for sure, but a very fun time regardless. And that's gonna do it for the quarterfinals matches. The semis are next. We are down to 4 teams for this power series.
Yeah, we're down to 4 teams, and if you guys want to see kind of the conclusion of this Power Series prelim one tournament, you can go over tomorrow to official EGF. No, sorry, official EGF and BGC Sports are going to be for League of Legends tomorrow, so that's where you're going to see that. And then for official EGF 2 and 3, you're going to have the conclusion of Valorant. EGF official EGF 2 is going to have the one semifinals. EGF 3 official EGF 3 is going to have the other semifinals, and then the finals will conclude on official EGF 2. Those all start in League of Legends if you're into that, or into Valorant at 1 p.m. EST. So we better see you guys there tomorrow because there's going to be more Valorant to watch. There's going to be the same people to support, really. So it should be a grand old time. But yeah, that'll do it here for us. I was Worst Cast, joined here by Tenrek. Amazing. Go follow our socials if you feel like keeping up with us and want to know what we're doing in casting or in any other scene. So yeah, that should be it for all. And we hope you all have a good night.
One.